Hello and welcome to yet another review on the Twofold channel. This time around, we're hanging out with a brand new OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G. It is quite a mouthful, but as per norm, I'll be taking you through my first impressions of this device, some key tech features, best use, looking at the camera, and then I wrap it up with my overall, impressions of the device itself. So stay tuned. So this is the brand new OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G. What you're greeted with here is a 6.7-inch AMOLED screen in the front, which has a 120 hertz refresh rate for the screen. This beautiful color here that I'm using is silver gray, but if you're the adventurous type, you can also get it in a glossy purple, which is quite striking. Inside, the phone has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, which I believe came out last year, 2022, and it's powered by a 12 gigabyte RAM, and then you get 256 gigabytes worth of storage on it. Unfortunately, it's not expandable, but you can make use of some online storage platforms if you really want to, or if the need arises. There is no eSIM support either, but it can support 2 SIM cards on this device, which is great if you do have more than one number, or maybe you use one just for data only. That's one thing to look out for. I think next up we'll be focusing on the camera, so I can give you a little bit of a lowdown, exactly technicalities, what it entails. Looking at the camera on this OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G, what you're greeted with is a triple camera setup. That means it has a 64 megapixel telephoto sensor, then there's a 50 megapixel wide angle sensor, and then there's an 8 megapixel ultra wide sensor on this device. All three of those combined give you images that are quite striking, but if you really want to hone in on your portraits and bokehs, that's when you make use of that 64 megapixel telephoto sensor on this device. And when the sun sets and it's time to start with your nightography, it also shines, but I would recommend that at least have another external light source on your object so that they don't become grainy at all. But overall, the package itself is quite good, and for this price point of 22,000 Rand, it does really perform and give you what you're paying for, essentially. Next up, I'll be playing around more with it and then just tell you a little bit more about the battery life on this device and that awesome Super VOOC charging feature. Life with this device really is seamless. Seamless in the sense that what you get here is a 4,700 milliamp hour battery, which is good for about a 1 day's battery life really from a single charge. And for me, that comes in handy because I use a lot of productivity apps. I use the camera a lot as well. And then there is some photo and video editing as well that I do on a daily. But when I am traveling, all of that usage tends to go up, and that's when I really need the battery life. But fortunately, it does come with a 100-watt Super VOOC charging battery pack inside that you can use to charge this device up. OPPO says that it can charge from 0 to 50% in about just under 10 minutes using the Super VOOC charging brick included with the device. And if you're a gamer, really, just to put it into perspective, just by charging it for about 5 minutes, you can get about 2 hours worth of gameplay from this device alone. Those are quite impressive figures, and if you're really someone that lives on the go and don't really have that time to charge, or when load shedding comes into play, that can be quite handy. I think next I'll be playing with it some more and then just wrap up my time with the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G. Can you believe we've come to the end of our time with the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G? And I hope what I've shared with you in this video review has been quite insightful. I mean, for myself, just looking at this device and the features that we've mentioned, such as the camera, the portrait mode, the battery life that lasts you the entire day, and that supervolt charging, as well as a complete package, it really does tick all the boxes. And I hope it does for you too. Also, OPPO will give you 4 years of Android updates on this device, so guaranteed. But for a price point of 22,000 Rand, I think this is one contender worth considering when you're looking at your next Android device. And from myself and Harmonix behind the camera, until next time, but please make sure that you do like this video or subscribe to the channel, and you do share this video with your friends and family. Have a good one.